So for that disk, Chirag, you're gonna select SCSI initiators and provide the IP address of the two servers there.
So where, sir?
Click next. Name this disk as quorum.
Sir,
So
how much should I give?
so one 5 GB and one 50 GB. So first one we're gonna create 5 GB. That disk we're gonna provide it as a cluster disk. Select dynamically expanding. Just click next. Now here we need to add the iSCSI initiator IDs. So first we need to create new iSCSI target. Click next. Give that a name. You can give any name, storage or anything.
Sir, should I give cluster?
Don't use cluster because this is a storage we are providing, right? This is not the cluster itself.
Yeah, sir, given.
Okay. Click next. And now we need to add the initiators who will access that disk. So you will provide the IP addresses of NLB1 and NLB2 here. Click on add and add the IPs.
Enter value for selected type, sir.
Yeah. And there you will select the IP.
Sir, should I add another one?
I'm not able to see your screen anymore. Yes, you need to add the both IP addresses. NLB1 as well as NLB2.
Yes, sir, done, sir.
All right. Click next. Don't select anything here. Click next. And create. I hope others are also following the same, right? Those who have access to their machines. So now we already created the target. So we need to add another disk to that target, which will be our storage for the file server. So create another disk.
Should I close this one, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, the name quorum should I give or data?
This will be our data drive, right? So
Yeah.
quorum we already provided. That was the 5 GB disk. We're gonna create this 50 GB disk as our data.
And sir, size 8 GB.
No, 50 GB, 50.
5.
It doesn't really matter because we are not gonna use that as such 50 GB. So we're gonna add that to the existing target.
Okay, sir.
And the initiators are also there. So just go ahead and create that. Now, whatever SAN storage we provided, right? We need to enable that on the NLV 01 and 02. So we need to connect those initiators to this target.
Okay.
So under tools, you'll select iSCSI initiator.
Yes.
And under target, you will provide the IP address of the DC.
DC01, sir.
Yes.
Sir, it is connected, sir. Status.
Correct. So follow this same step on NLB2. We'll go to the iSCSI initiator and add our target there.
Done, sir. NLB2 is also connected, sir.
Now on NLB1, we will see that storage as a raw disk, right? So we need to format that storage. So on NLB1, open the disk management. I've lost your screen, by the way.
Sir, 1 minute. So can you see the screen, sir?
Yes. So you see two raw storage disks are added here as local storage.
Yes, sir.
So first online that disk, click on disk, right click on disk one and say online. You'll have to initialize that first.
Not initialized. Initialize disk. So it's showing over use the following partition style for the selected disk.
So
MBR
we're gonna
and GB.
select MBR partition,
Sir, it's online.
and you're gonna format that. We wanna format that with which file system?
NTFS, sir.
Yeah, either NTFS or
FAT32.
no, not FAT32. What is the file system which is specifically designed for file server? REFS,
REFS.
resilient file system. So either NTFS or REFS, any one of those we can format that.
Sir, simple volume size in MB is 5117.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. That's okay. Now we're gonna assign the same drive letter on both machines.
Drive letter, should I change anything, sir, over here?
So if you provide E and F here, make sure you also provide E and F on the other server.
Okay, sir. File system is NTFS, sir. Allocation unit size default, volume label new volume.
Yeah, you can expand that and you can also see REFS there.
Yes, sir. FAT32, NTFS, and REFS.
Yeah. So we'll keep it to NTFS for now.
Okay, sir. It's formatted, sir.
Do the same for the 50 GB data drive too.
E and F. Sir, here following drive letter is F. It is fine.
Yeah, so it should be same on both servers, basically.
So over here also, should I select T?
Yes. The 5 GB disk, if you have mentioned it as E, you are here also you'll mention it as E, and the
But
other one is F.
E is not okay. But E is not showing over here, sir.
That would be used by some of the other disks then, right?
Yeah, sir.
Then you need to think of different drive letters. So whatever you provided the same on the both sides. That's what
Okay.
matters.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
Yeah, your screen is gone back. Now, See your NLB2 storage and make sure you are seeing the same drives there also, right? If you open disk management here, you should also see the same formatted drives here.
Sir, can you repeat the last step?
Repeat what?
Sir, last step.
Which last step, Aman?
Sir, in which Chirag mention E or F?
So the disks that we
Yes.
added from our SCSI
Yes.
storage, we need to
Sir,
mount
in
them on our NLB1 and NLB2. So whatever drive letters you set on these drives, we have to keep that same on the other server too.
Uh, yes, sir. Like
Refresh.
over in and NLB 02, sir. Over here we have to do same thing to the disk one, which
No,
is a
it will
file.
automatically done. If you online that drive
Yeah,
and
sir.
refresh, it will automatically be formatted with NTFS.
Okay, sir. Should I do it, sir?
Yeah, yeah. See, it refreshed the disks now. It's telling you that the data is outdated. Now, if you see, it's already formatted.
Yes, sir.
Same you'll do with the 50 GB drive as well. And you're gonna assign the same drive letters here.
Sorry, over here is showing the operation failed to complete.
Yeah, that is basically showing that there was an update on the disk after our view was changed, right? So it refreshed that and updated the status. All right, now we created the storage, common storage for these two file servers. And now we can proceed with the failover clustering.
Sir, it is still showing offline disk one and disk two.
No, try to online that.
Yeah, it's online now.
And you also need
Yes.
to assign the drive letter.
E and F. Yeah, sir, it's assigned D and F.
Okay. Now that both storages are mounted on these two servers, we can proceed with our failover cluster.
Okay, sir.
So either on NLB1 or on NLB2, we will go to failover clustering.
Failover cluster manager, sir.
Yes. Now click on create cluster.
Yes, sir.
Now add the first host.
Sir, NLB 01.
Yeah, both NLB 01 as well as NLB 02.
Sir, done, sir.
Yeah, click next.
Click next. Then return to the process of creating the cluster.
So we're gonna run the validation tests.
This order validation to whether it's configuration of the server and attached storage is set up correctly to support failover. Cluster solution is supported by the Microsoft Online with the complete configuration. Storage pass all the tests and the result. In addition, the hardware component in the cluster solution must be certified for Windows 11 system. Sir, run all the tests, right?
Yeah. We
Sir,
lost your screen. We lost your
yeah,
screen. Look.
not sure. Sir, is it visible?
Not yet. Okay. It's gone again.
Sir, is it visible?
Yeah, I can see the team screen.
Is it visible, sir?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Click on report and it says network part failed and storage failed. Let's see why it failed. What are the errors that you see there?
For networks and storage is failed, sir.
Yeah, first click on network.
Sir, in network, validate cluster network configuration is failed and validate IP configuration warning.
What are the IP addresses given?
Sir, for my for NLB 1 and NLB 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
92.168.1.2
And
sir, 92.168.1.3 NLB 2.
92? Why 192? No, you have
Yeah,
to give
190.
them
192.168.1.3 For NLB2 and for NLB1, 192.168.1.2.
So are they able to ping each other?
Yes, sir, I'm able to ping.
Okay, then what is the failed message that you see in this net report? Did you provide the cluster name and the IP address?
Cluster in IP address. Sir, you asked it to give domain name, domain IP.
No, where exactly?
In failover, sir.
Why
We
would you
have to.
give domain IP there, right? We need to provide the IP address for our cluster.
No, sir, I was giving cluster IP only, sir. But you said to give DC01 IP to put over
No,
there.
I must have misunderstood what you meant to say. When we are
Okay.
creating the cluster, we are creating a new IP and the new host name, na? So you
Yes,
should
sir.
not be using. So go back and clear this out again. Redo the result.
Sir,
Yeah.
I have continued to the wizard and it has only shown me two warnings. Do I have to redo the wizard or I can finish it?
So if you're getting only warnings, you can still finish it, right?
LB1 or LB2
But
IP.
depends
It
on the warning.
it has given me two warnings, one for the IP and another for the network.
What for the IP and what for the network?
Yes, one second. It said node nlb01.mylab.local does not have an adapter usable by the cluster with a defined default gateway. And
What is
also
the default?
the DNS suffix search list do not match for all nodes is unconfigured for some nodes.
Uh, Chirag, where are you modifying?
Sir, I am giving the target name, sir.
But we
Yes.
already connected the target. We already connected the target to NLB1 and NLB2, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Then why are you back to this step?
Sorry, sir, I misunderstood.
Who is that prompting you?
No one, sir.
So we lost your screen again.
1 minute, sir. Sir, what should I do, sir?
So click on create cluster. Add both the nodes here. That is NLB1, NLB2. What happened now?
Sir, it was showing some error.
Show me IP settings.
Sir, which NLB1, sir?
Yeah, all three. One nine two one six eight 1.2 1.1. 1.1 is our DC.
Yes, sir.
All right. And other one is 192.168 1.3, right?
Yeah, sir, NLB2.
And the DNS is same.
Yeah, sir.
So that's fine. All right.
The operation has failed. An error was encountered while loading the network topology.
Are there any other VMs running at the moment?
Only three, sir.
Only three VMs, right?
Yes, sir. DC01, NLB1, and NLB2.
Then why are you getting the network topology error? Did you misplace the subnet mask or anything?
No, sir. Should I check the IP settings for NLB1 also?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. My subnet mask is same.
Okay. Try pinging the NLB2 from here.
What, sir?
Ping NLB2 from here.
Sir, it's also pinging, sir. 0% loss.
Yeah, I lost your screen again, but
1 minute, sir. Sir, is it visible?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. What is the exact message that it shows you when it fails?
An error was encountered while loading the network topology.
Okay, give me 1 minute. And does it give you any details in the report when you try to do that?
Where, sir?
In the report where we see the storage and network failed, does it give you any more details there?
No, sir. I'll try once again. See details. Error code. Error code is showing over here. The cluster network interface was not found.
Okay. Did you check the advanced properties of IPv4? Make sure the cluster IP was gone.
IPv4 of NLB1, sir.
Yeah, both.
Both. Advanced. I'm not sure. Sir, in advanced IP setting here, IP address and subnet mask is also there, sir. And
Yeah, only one
DNS.
IP is showing, huh?
Yeah, sir, only one.
Then what's the problem? Hmm.
Sir, I try to resolve it, sir. Like, can you tell anyone to try it once?
Okay.
Yeah, anybody else share their screen and try. What if they get the output?
Is anyone following the same steps as Chirag? Saksham, you wanna share your screen? No, this is not yesterday's practical. Why would we do yesterday's practical again? This is the failover cluster that you missed, right?
So should we put a default gateway IP? Like we didn't give any IP for default gateway.
No, that's fine. See, default gateway is only required when you are outside your network, right?
Yeah, okay.
Within the network, what happens? There is no default gateway required. Saksham, you were sharing your screen?
Yes, sir. Just a minute. So like after configuring all the steps, I got this report.
Okay.
So it is saying some network warnings. One is on the IP configuration side.
Hmm.
Correct.
Can you
The
read that out? It's a little bit
and
too
no,
small for me.
node nlb01.mylab.local does not have an adapter usable by the cluster with a defined default gateway. And this warning is same for NLB2. And another one
So
is the
the default
DNS.
gateway warning we can ignore.
The another one is the DNS suffix search list do not match for all nodes or
Yes.
is unconfigured for some nodes.
For in your case, the servers are part of the AD, right?
Yes, sir. Both server are part of it.
So then DNS should not be a problem too. Hmm.
The another one is from validate network communication. This is the one. Node NLB02 is reachable from node NLB01, but only one pair of network interfaces. It is possible that this network path is single point of failure for communication within the cluster. Please verify that this single path is highly available or consider adding additional network to the cluster. This is
Right.
same for NLB 01.
That's okay.
Okay. Should I click on finish?
Yeah.
Here it is asking for cluster name. These are the network added to the list.
Yes. So you're gonna give it a IP address and the host name.
Yes.
Give a unique IP address.
Yes. I have given name my cluster 1 and IP as 192.168.1.20.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is asking for a confirmation.
Hmm.
Sir, it said an error occur while creating cluster.
Yeah. So NLB 02, NLB 01.
These are the errors.
What is the error message? I'm not able to read that properly.
So it is saying an error occurred while creating the cluster nodes will be cleaned up. There was an error cleaning up the cluster node. Use clear cluster node to manually clean up the nodes. And same error twice. And then an
Okay.
error occurred while creating the cluster.
Okay. So are they having both roles, Saksham? File server as well as the NLB?
So they have NLB role. Let's say. File server role. So only this I have to select.
Yes, that is only thing that is needed. So all nodes must run the same version and edition of Windows. Yeah, that we are doing. Server should have manually similar hardware. That is also fine. All servers must be joined to the same Active Directory domain. It is there. Same time zone as the domain controller. The user account creating the cluster must be a domain user with local administrator rights. Is that the account that we are using? Are you using default administrator account?
Yes, sir.
And both NLB 01 and 02 have the same password as well.
Yes, sir. Both have same password.
Okay.
Uh, now, again, should I create that cluster?
No, wait. We need to check what is wrong first, right? So yeah, so everything is checked actually. We're not missing anything.
I've installed that file server role to both of the NLP 0211.
Mm-hmm. Can you go to your DNS server, your DC?
Yes. Yes.
Under tools, DNS,
Yes. Tools and then DNS.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, expand the forward lookup zone.
Yes.
Mylab.local. So we have DC as 1.1, NLB as 1.2, NLB2 as 1.3, and these are the only accounts. Did you check the switch settings?
Yes, sir. The all three are on internal switch.
They're on the same switch, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we were able to add them and run validation tests. So they're communicating properly. Uh,
But I also tried to ping each other from like NLP 01 and 2, and it is successful.
yeah. It generally happens if there is a problem with the DNS. Last time, remember when we were doing it for the first time, even then I had not placed a DNS server, right? So that's why it was failing. After I joined it to the domain, the DNS was in place and then there was not a problem. So I'm just thinking that there is still some problem with the name resolution as per this. Okay. So this is the same VM that we used for NLB, right?
Yes, sir.
When
I
we,
removed all the
yeah,
file.
yeah, we removed everything.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's keep this on the side. Let's complete the other practicals, right? We need to see what is wrong here. Okay, let me rethink about this. Because in this failover cluster, it is really sensitive. If we even set a different password for the user account, it fails in middle when we creating that cluster. Comparatively, NLV is very robust, so it doesn't do that. So what have we covered so far? We saw NLB clustering, we tried failover clustering, then
Sir, directory also.
So AD, few labs are still remaining there. What about the MDT? You haven't gone that MDT lab, right? And also we need to see in place upgrade. Yes, Archita, you said you mistakenly added domain active server instead of. Okay, you can remove that, Archita. That's not a problem. All right, who wants to share the
Sir,
screen for? Yes, Chirag.
sir, I have a doubt. Like yesterday when I was doing the lab, then at 6 o'clock it was automatically shut down. So we have to save the VMs, or like we have to just let it be.
I think it will save the state of the VM. So when you turn that up again, it should be in the same state that it was.
No, sir, the all the progress I have done yesterday, it was lost today. So I have to install again all the VMs and DC.
Okay, it was not saved.
Yeah, sir.
Then it's a problem, right? So who wants to do the MDT, or should we perform an in-place upgrade?
Sir,
Yes,
sir, will I share my screen?
yes, sure, Archita. Are you sharing your screen? And we are not able to see it yet.
Sir, sharing.
Okay, we
Sir,
can see this
sorry,
now.
sir, it's showing this problem.
Oh, you were trying to remove the
Yes, sir.
ADDS role.
Yes, yes.
So, are you able to get out of this? You can cancel that.
Sir, okay.
Yeah, click on OK.
Sir, this is feature I have done with by mistakenly.
Yeah, that is fine. So it's still not removed, right? It just told you that you need to demote it first before removing that. So that's fine.
Yes, sir.
So just remove the NLB part and the IIS part.
Sir, this is not installed.
Yeah, that is fine then. Go to features and remove NLB. You will click next on the screen, and here you will remove the network load balancing.
Sir, where it is?
In features, it should be there. scroll down slowly, and yeah, it is not installed in this machine, Archita. It says network load balancing is not installed. You're trying to remove that from DC. We never installed it on the DC. You need to remove that from NLB1 and NLB2.
Okay, sir. Sir, please guide from where I can remove that.
You need to close this. You need to go to NLB1. Yeah. And in the features, are you on NLB1 now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And manage remove features.
From there,
Yeah.
sir, start the add role.
No, we need to remove that, right? Or did you already do that?
Sir, I tried, but it's not.
No, which screen is this? It's saying to add roles and services. We don't need to do that. So there is nothing installed here. That is fine. You've already removed it, I think.
Okay, sir.
Check the same on the NLV2.
Sir, I will check.
And what are you going to install? You're going to install failover clustering and file server.
Yes, sir.
I think probably it will be best if we use a fresh VM for failover clustering, right? So those who have not done failover clustering yet, I think don't use the NLB images, right? Just create a fresh one and then join that to the domain.
So we can name them as NLB3 and NLB4.
Yeah, that
Sir,
is
it's
fine. You
again
can then.
showing.
Chita, I'm little bit confused. Your back screen shows NLB2, but under remove roles, it is showing ADDS. Which window is where I'm not really sure about. So
Sir,
you have maximized NLB2 in the backend, right?
yes, yes.
Then why is this ADDS wizard coming up again and again?
I don't know.
No, can you pass control of your screen?
Sir, how?
It's very hard to. Okay, let me try. Do you see any option to pass control?
Sir, no.
Yeah, even don't see the option to ask for control here. Just
Sir,
close
should I make
everything.
new NLB?
So on NLB2 itself, did you installed ADDS there?
Yes. So this
Has it
one.
been configured? It's not configured, right? You just installed it probably then. Go to the
Okay.
properties,
Sir, this.
go to it, go to tools, Active Directory, users and trusts on NLV2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, users and computers. Correct. So you made your NLB2 as your DC. That's why you are getting confused.
Yes.
Then check which two machines are not having the ADDS installed and probably rename those machines, right? You can rename this as DC1. What is the actual hostname? Expand your mylab.local. Under domain controllers, which machine do you see? Expand that. Yeah. So NLB02 is your actual DC. Don't use this. Use two other machines. You must have had 3 VMs by now, right?
Okay, sir.
Is the Active Directory installed on the other two as well?
I will check it.
Yeah, go ahead and check that. See, that's why I tell you to note down all these things on Notepad. Whatever you're doing, always keep a habit of writing it down, whatever IP hostname you're.
So this.
So you, so your NLB1 is also a domain controller, but they are individual domain controllers. I don't think they're communicating, right? You added a domain in New Forest on both machines.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so these are completely two different domains. You need to scrap one of them, right?
Okay.
So just delete one of the
So
unrequired VMs.
from
Yeah,
where I have to delete.
just delete the entire VM, power it off, and then delete it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Then you will have to create a new VM, by the way. Then for creating the cluster, you need to install a fresh OS.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
no problem. Yeah, I'll do that. So which lab are we going next? Does anyone want to perform MDT or should we perform an in place upgrade? And I think it would also help you if you can understand the some of the networking servers as well, right? Like routing and remote access that we saw. You guys know how to configure DHCP? Yeah, I think that will also help you understand networking a little bit better, I think. Why is everyone so silent? Right?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I am a little bit confused. Sir, how many lab did we complete already?
Yeah, let me open that Excel sheet. See, in first 2 days, you were doing IT infra. So in that, we had RAID. So we had uh, first performed the lab where we added a bunch of disks, remember? So that was the lab that we completed. Then we also created the failover cluster. And doing that, we also created the SCSI storage. So SAN storage also we covered in that same lab, and disk management. So onlining the disk, converting it, then formatting the disk. So those also labs were covered, right? Then installing Windows operating system we have done.
Sir,
Yes.
so could you please share your window? We are not able to see it.
Okay. Right. Do you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
So this was the first 2 days curriculum that mostly had theory, out of which storage concept and file system concept we have cleared. In this also we covered the SAN and NAS, right? When we configured the file server, we also added the uh, RAID array when we configured it for the first time. So RAID lab was done. Then in Windows administration, we have done installation of Server 2016. We haven't covered server core, right? So if you want to do that, we can cover that. And then we have to also see an upgrade. We could not have time there, so we skipped the upgrade demo. But then we covered the storage spaces, configuring storage spaces. In the same lab, we also configured the RAID. Failover cluster was the third one. Then the NLB cluster was one. So you haven't practiced storage spaces yet. You haven't practiced created LUN yet, or the RAID array yet. You haven't practiced creating custom image with MDT, right? And this WSUS lab is pending. So from our Windows administration part, only upgrade we have not seen, and configuring the WSUS. We covered the theory, but we haven't covered with the lab yet. So only that is remaining. And from Active Directory, we created GPOs. We created ADDS replication we saw today. Intra-site replication as well as inter-site replication. Both we have seen today. Administrative templates we are done. And we tried to configure folder redirection in today's lab. And we also covered the certification authority. So that's pretty much our day 8. And tomorrow we will see the federation services and rights management services, along with backup and restore of AD. That's our tomorrow's agenda. Is everyone clear what we have covered, what we have not covered yet? So I think this is a good chance for you guys to do the practice, right?
Sir, what about those who have no lab access?
The ones who have still not able to VM.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so still that ticket is pending, right? They haven't closed that ticket yet for you.
No, sir. They've only asked for the credentials and they haven't replied it.
Yeah.
Bus is about to reach.
Do you have any escalation matrix there? Probably if you want to escalate that internally, that the lab access is not working, probably something might be done about it, because I've notified from my end almost every day now. It's been 10 days that we are in the training. We started on 8th of August. So I'm not really sure what we can do about if you're still not able to access labs, right?
Sir, is these labs can affect the milestone?
See, milestone, most probably 99% it would be only MCQ then, right? Because
Okay, sir.
most of the candidates could not have the much hands-on, and the labs
Okay,
we
sir.
got a little bit late. But then
Sir,
still there
only the
is,
labs is for only practical, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Because we didn't got an access. That's why.
See, that should be okay. If you're not able to access a lab, right? How can you perform that in the milestone as well? But then now it is a good chance that we now have the labs working for at least most of the people, right? Given few
Yes, sir.
exceptions.
Yeah, sir. Actually, yesterday I have access, sir, but today there is no access to do the lab.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Diksha, that it is getting patchy and it should be working fine, but unfortunately it's
No,
not.
sir, it was not me.
It is Sri Lakshmi, sir, not Diksha.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, sir.
I got a little bit confused. Sorry about that.
Okay, sir.
So I'm just trying to understand what is your comfort level with whatever we have covered so far. Because every day I am asking you everyone for a feedback, right? If something is not going right, except then the part where it's nothing in my hands, where the lab access or the team recording is concerned. Okay, Chirag is saying intermediate. Okay, good. So I think we had at least 2 or 3 days off throughout our course. Sunday, 2 Sundays have gone, and then there was a 15th August holiday, right? Anybody tried to do some extra reading, try to understand the concepts? I'm asking again and again, if you still have any doubts, if you still have any questions, if you still have not understood anything, let it be related to whatever we have covered, even though if it is basic, I don't mind explaining things, right? From my side, I'll try my best to answer your queries and make you understand, right? But if you don't share any feedback, then I'm not really sure whether whatever I wanted to teach has been perceived or not, right? Yeah, but then my only concern is you should not be dependent on it to answer your milestone exams, right? Because ultimately, if you think about it, the milestone exam is not your goal. Your goal is to be productive whenever you're on board, right? So right now you're going through the training, which I think it would be the best opportunity to do make most of the time here, right? Try to learn as much as possible so that once you actually go into production, it will be only helpful to you. If our goal is to just pass the milestone exam, I can just share the notes everybody, and then you can just go through that, and then you should be able to answer milestone easily, right? That's not a question. The only reason I have not shared material so far is I don't want you guys to become dependent on it. I'm hoping that you would do some extra reading, right? And then at least try to understand the concepts. Now that we have the labs, at least once you have the hands-on experience, once you have done things yourself, then you can understand what kind of problems you might face, right? Clustering, for example. Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't work. But that is the opportunity where we get to do the troubleshooting and try to understand what exactly is the root cause of that problem. And then that improves your skills, right? So let me share my screen again, and I had asked everyone a question which I did not get an answer for. Right. All right, everybody can see my screen. Right. So these are the table of contents, and that's our day-wise plan. Right. So first 2 days were mostly theory, where we talked about the networking devices, SAN, NAS, DAS, RAID, file systems, right? When we started working with Windows, we slowly implemented those concepts in our labs. So whenever we were talking about the storage spaces, right? Installing Windows Server 2016, I think everybody is comfortable with 2016 now, at least with the GUI part.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, what we haven't covered is the installing server core. The basic installation is everything same, but then you need to remember the PowerShell commands to configure this, right? So I would strongly advise that you guys go through some PowerShell commands, right? Then upgrade and migration, we covered theory, and I was going to show you guys a demo for in place upgrade, but that time we could not cover it, right? So upgrade is still not there. We have not practically done it, but it is not very much difference than what the installation process is, right? What is different? Planning and preparing for the migrate. That we covered in depth. What are the things that you're gonna look out for? What is your backup plan if the upgrade doesn't work, right? So all these things we already discussed. Then storage spaces we have seen in the lab demonstration. Under the same storage spaces lab, we also added the disks where we created the parity and mirroring and striping, right? So all the RAID implementation we practically saw in demo, and you haven't done this by yourself. Everyone forgot how we configured storage spaces? Or if somebody remembers? The second lab that we did was the backup and restore. We took a backup of the server and we also did a restore. Then was the failover clustering. So failover clustering we have covered, I think, almost twice. So we have done failover clustering. After that, it was NLB, which also we covered. WSUS management, we have not covered practically, right? We haven't installed WSUS ourselves. So that second lab is pending. DNS configuration we have seen. Standalone DNS as well as the Active Directory integrated DNS. We have seen DNS configuration. Then we also saw the AD replication, intra-site replication. We created 2 domain controllers in the same site and we did the replication. And also we did the replication across 2 sites with 2 different networks. We also implemented and administered the group policies, administrative templates. Folder redirection, we just try to do it today. And deploying certification authority, we also covered that. So that covers our day 8 syllabus. And this is for our tomorrow's agenda. Active Directory Federation Services and Rights Management Services. And that would be our last day of Windows. We'll also do the backup and restore of the Active Directory. And from next working day, we will start with the Linux. So my question to you guys is, whatever lab demonstrations we have covered, what is the comfort level? Because I think only couple of labs we have done so far since yesterday only, right? We only got the lab access yesterday. So only the installation part and the NLB part was done. Some people have tried to do failover clustering today. Not everybody has tried it, I think. You haven't configured storage spaces. You haven't configured MDT and deployment using MDT. Or do you guys want me to show the upgrade and WSUS? Although it does not cover, I would also like you to understand routing remote access as well as the DHCP, because that will help you clear your networking concepts a little more. We are not covering everything in detail. Why? Because it's a very lengthy course, right? If you would do it everything properly, it would expand to almost 2-3 months. The AD part we just covered in 3 days, right? That is actually a 5 to 7 days curriculum. If you perform everything, every lab and cover every aspect of AD, right? Then we cannot cover that in 3 days. And because of the lab access, we were kind of behind, but then AD labs, which are not very big, once you have configured the domain controller, you can easily do these labs. Who tried to implement group policies today? I don't think anyone tried to do that. So what should be our agenda? Do you want me to cover WSUS and upgrade, or you want to perform the remaining labs yourself and want me to guide you? That was my question. So upgrade would not be too lengthy, and WSUS, the role installation itself is not that time consuming, but for it to download all the updates from the Microsoft, we're gonna have to let it take time. Then we can see the updates in the server, and then we can try to push the updates, right? And I also did not cover that intentionally because till then we did not cover the group policies. Once you cover the configure the WSUS server, you also need to configure the group policies to point your machines to update from WSUS server instead of going to Microsoft update. So we need to modify those group policies, and then your server can contact the WSUS server over the LAN, and it will download the update from WSUS instead of Microsoft. So now that we have covered today, we can see that. I don't think anyone is in mood to perform labs. Why are all the people silent? Saksham, Manan, what are you guys thinking?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we can perform the lab, sir.
Because that was my suggestion, because we don't know how much I have access you are getting after the session, right? I cannot guarantee you. See, because there are 6 batches going on, right? I am not the only trainer, and this is not the only batch. So whatever will happen with all the 6 batches, right? So MCQs will be shared by all the trainers. Then it will be mixed up and then conducted by the vendor. Similarly, every trainer understands that every batch has the issues with the labs, right? It was not just this batch that faced this problem. Still, all the people from all these batches are getting issues, right? So majority is still sorted, but still we have around 10-20% of people who have still not able to perform labs, getting some kind of issues with the VM, getting kicked out or not able to access, issues like that. So because of that, I am not really sure how much labs can we cover as an assessment, right? For assessment to happen, you guys need to have enough hands-on. That's the only concern I have. And that is why I was pushing you to perform as much labs as we can possibly do, right? Now that you have some time. All right, let's vote. Who wants to see a demo for upgrade and WSUS right now? Raise your hands. All right, 7 people, 12 people, 15. And who wants to perform labs right now? Raise your hands. All right, let me share my screen and we'll go through the upgrade first. And then we will install the WSUS. So now I'm not gonna do the job alone. Okay, you guys need to tell me. We discussed upgrades and migrations in detail, right? So you guys are gonna tell me what we should do. Okay, I'm gonna shut down this VM. And I'm gonna start this SDC2. All right, everyone is able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So this is one of the domain controllers that we configured today, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna upgrade this server from 2016 to 2019. I'll be just back in a minute till it's booting up. All right, I'm back. So that machine is booted up. Let's log into this. All right, so we have ATDS, DNS, and file storage on this. Now, since this is an in-place upgrade, what does an in-place upgrade mean? Somebody tell me.
Just upgrading the OS by keeping the files space.
Correct. So we're gonna keep the settings intact, our data intact, and we're gonna upgrade the OS on the existing system.
So can we do this update on DC01 also?
Yes, why not? Okay, I don't think I have the. Let me log into another lab. Stop sharing for 1 minute. Uh, yeah. All right. I think let me see if we have the 2019 DVD here. Yeah. All right. Now let's see what we have on this server. We have AD on it, we have DHCP, we have DNS, file server, IIS, as well as WSUS. So my WSUS is not configured right now, so we're gonna leave that as it is right now. We're gonna first perform the upgrade. So let's see, I have AD on this. It is already in domain, and this is my domain controller. Now, first thing I'm gonna check is if we have enough space. And looks like we have around 48 GB of free space. So that should be sufficient for us to do an upgrade. How much RAM I've given this machine? Can I increase that to 4 GB? And this is basically the setup files for Windows 2019. Now let's also look at the image files. I have install.vim as well as boot.vim. So I'm gonna run this setup. Now it is asking us whether we want to download the latest updates and drivers and optional features. I'm gonna say not right now, because then it will download everything again from the Microsoft. I'm gonna click next, and it's gonna run a check. And then it is asking me to select a choice. Again, I have same 4 choices: standard and data center, core edition, and the desktop edition. So I'm gonna select standard edition. Now, one thing to note here is if you are in evaluation, like we are right now, right? This Windows 2000 Server 16, 2016, which version did we install? Which version did we install?
So the standard edition, like desktop
Correct.
expansion.
Correct. Standard desktop edition, right? So whenever my server is in trial, I cannot activate to another edition of the Windows. I can only upgrade from a standard to a standard installation, right? So if I go to system and see about, I can see it has Windows Server 2016 standard edition. So that means I can only upgrade to the standard edition. So I'm gonna select that. I'm gonna accept the license terms, and I'm gonna select keep personal files and apps. If I select nothing, everything will be deleted, including files, apps, and settings. That means I'm doing as good as a fresh install. So instead, we are doing an upgrade. And it says to get more information about the upgrading Windows Server, you can go to this URL and learn about it. I'm gonna say next. Now, what it actually does is it creates a copy of a Windows folder on your C drive, and it is gonna replace that Windows folder with the newer OS Windows. So if you see right now, if you see, look at the C drive, I have program files x86. I have only one Windows folder. And then I have my IIS folder, which is inetpub. So it says following things need your attention to continue the installation and keep your settings. Active Directory on this domain controller does not contain Windows 2000 Server AD prep / forest prep update. So it is asking us to first prepare our existing 2016 domain and generalize that for 2019. Let's try running that. I'm going to run this as an administrator. And I'm going to run AD prep / forest prep. what was a similar command that we saw earlier when we were customizing the images? Let's try running that in PowerShell. Okay. Do we have internet access on this machine? Let's see. Yes. Upgrade domain controllers to a newer version of Windows Server. Prerequisites. Verify the target server meets the system requirements. Now I'm gonna have to see what are the system requirements for 2019. So 2019, it requires one minimum 1.4 gigahertz 64-bit processor, 64-bit instruction set, prefetch environment, and 2 GB for desktop experience. So not much. And 32 GB of storage. For more information about running AD prep, click here. It says it's included in the installation media. Let's look for that AD prep. Okay, it is under D:support. All right. Now we found our AD prep. Let's run that. Hmm. It's not gonna let me run that. Somebody tell me what we should do here. Yes.
So when I'm trying to install that setup for Windows 2019, it's
Mhm.
asking me for product key, sir.
Is it? It's asking you for the product key.
Yeah, sir. In DVD drive.
Which ISO they have downloaded? Just give me 1 minute. Let me look at this. Okay, I've put the command in the chat. Okay, let me share my screen again. All right. Now, someone guide me through that command, support /ad prep, again /ad prep
.exe.
.exe, then /forest prep.
Forest prep.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir, you are right.
Okay, finally. You are about to upgrade the schema for the Active Directory forest named mydomain.local using if all domain controllers in the forest run Windows Server 2003 or later, confirm by typing C and then press enter to continue. So it verified file signature connecting to dc01.local, importing directory from the file ldf. It modified a few entries, and the command has successfully run from directory, 26 entries modified. All right, I think AD successfully updated the forest wide information. All right, let's resume back again with our setup. Also run domain prep. Now let's see. Okay, good. So click install. Last time I upgraded and domain controller was in, I think, 2005. Now let's see what is. Okay, it went full screen, so it's not gonna let us see. We'll just have to wait until it finishes. Have you upgraded from Windows 10 to 11?
Yes, sir.
So what happens when we upgrade from 10 to 11? Do an in-place upgrade, that we mean.
Sir, during that time, I didn't perform the in-place update. I just formatted my C drive and then installed Windows 11.
Then you fresh installed Windows 11. Then you did not place an upgrade.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Because I know for sure in Windows 10 to 11, when you do an in-place upgrade, right, it will create an Windows hyphen old folder, which is your old Windows folder. And then it replaces your current Windows folder with the newer OS. And then after the upgrade is finished successfully and you have tested everything, then it lets us option to delete that folder. And then it displays a warning that you can no longer downgrade. So if you're not happy or if you encounter some problems like driver issues or something, you can still do a rollback. That's why it keeps that Windows folder. Now for server, we'll see if that happens or not. So this is the latest Windows version, by the way. What is the latest version? Server 2025. And in 2025, we are learning 2016. Why? Because companies do not upgrade so much. So even if probably if it does not allow us to proceed without a product key, right? We can still customize that image and then pass the parameters and have it not ask the product key. Okay, it's gonna restart. Remember when we talked about the domain installation, it asked us about the functional level. What were the functional levels we were seeing? Someone?
So could you please repeat the question?
My question was, when we were installing Active Directory today, it had given us a prompt where we had to select the functional level of our forest and the domain. What were the options in their functional level?
Catalog.
Was that an option in the functional level, Bharat?
Mhm.
That was the first option, whether you want to make that a DNS server and a global catalog. I'm not talking about that. After we selected that, it gave us two drop-down windows where we selected the functional level of the forest as well as domain. And if you remember, I had told that that depends on the number of legacy servers in your organization. So what were those options? It was the previous versions of Windows Server. Windows 2000, Windows 2008, Windows 2012, up to 16. If you raise that functional level, that means all of your domain controllers in your network have to be on minimum version. So if I'm raising the functional level to 2012, I cannot have a 2008 server join that domain because it does not support all the functions. But if I introduce a 2016 server and keep the functional level to 2012 itself, I can still run a 2012 PC, I mean server, along with the 2016. That was the functional level that we had to select. And we had selected 2016 because that was the minimum version we are starting with. We did not have an older version with us. You know, this machine thinks it's midnight right now. See, even with 2 GB of RAM, fresh install of 2016 was much quicker than this. Since this is an in-place upgrade, it's taking such time. Although I increased the RAM to 4 GB.
Sir,
Yes.
like we have to create another domain controller and then we have to install Windows 2019.
No, there was a single domain controller. No, where did we create
Uh,
another domain controller?
yeah, but sir, like I don't have file in Hyper-V, I guess.
You don't have
No, sir, like it's the D drive is not showing.
that D drive was mounted. We mounted that ISO on the D drive.
Sir, we have
So
to
you
do
have
it
to
in
attach the
Hyper.
ISO. You'll have to
Yes, sir.
attach the ISO to the VM settings, and then you will be able to see that.
Okay, sir.
Like when you boot the VM for the first time, you attach the ISO, right? From the same option, you have to mount the 2019 ISO there.
So can we do this practically in Hyper-V also?
Yeah, why not? See, Hyper-V or VMware or VirtualBox, all of these are basically just virtualization tools, right? That should not stop you from running anything in the virtual machine. The only reason they had to supply you this VM was because these VMs are running out of Azure cloud. So Azure cloud will not let you run any other virtualization software. So the lab which I am logged into right now, that is on the ESX of Academy, right? The VM that you have access, that is on the Azure. That's why it does not support the VirtualBox or VMware. Hence, we are using Hyper-V there. This is basically what we are doing is nested virtualization, because this base image, whatever Windows 10, 11 is, right? That itself is a VM. And on top of that, we are installing virtualization software and then running our own VMs. And that is why this performance is very slow actually. And even the issues like getting disconnected again and again, right? These are mostly because of that reason. I think all these ISOs are also downloaded on your VM as well. You guys have access to that.
Sir, can I share my screen? Like I'm not getting it.
Okay, sure. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir, can you see it?
Yeah. So
Uh,
that
yes, sir.
DVD
Over
drive
here.
is there, no?
Yes, sir.
So you have to right click on it and then open a new window. If you double click on that, it will open the installer. So you have that D drive there.
The
And in
setup,
the
setup one, sir.
support folder,
Okay.
in support folder, you have that AD prep.
ID prep.
So you're
So
gonna use
this setup file, AD prep.
Yeah, that's an exe, no?
Yeah, sir.
That's the utility. Basically, what it does is you have run sysprep, right? We talked about running sysprep when we were customizing the images. Whenever you
Yeah.
clone a particular VM or create an image, right? We have to delete the unique identifiers, right? We have to generalize that image so that again the host name and IP address can be reset and it can be treated as a separate machine. Similarly, we are running POS prep and domain prep on the our domain controller database. Basically, it's updating the schema
Yes,
so
sir.
that we can upgrade to 2019.
So I have to click on this AD prep file.
No, don't click on that. Open a command prompt as an
Yes.
administrator and put the same command that I put in the chat.
Okay, sir. What, bro? This one.
No, dot after dot exe extension,
Okay.
you're giving it a parameter, right? So you have to add a space after exe. Just run the same command, just put a space there.
Is it right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So you have to run both commands, forest prep as well as domain prep. You have to
Okay, sir.
type C and then hit enter.
Now, sir, what is the other another command? AD prep.
Domain prep. AD prep is the tool. Just run the same command. Instead of forest prep, you will run domain prep.
Domain prep is not recognized as an internal or external command, operable program, or batch file.
What did you run?
Domain prep, sir.
No, not the domain prep. The argument forest prep, instead of forest prep, you will give domain prep. The command will stay as it is. adprep.exe space slash, instead of forest, you will mention domain.
Okay, the command which I have given above, right?
Yeah. So my installation screen is finished. So if we are done, then I can share back my screen. So guys, just to let you know, whatever password they have given you, right? IT team for the VMs, don't change those passwords. If you change the password, it will not work. So if you get any notification to change your password, don't do that. Just ignore that. Okay. Did you run the command, Chirag?
No, sir. I have run it, so but it's showing AD prep did not attempt to return this operation.
AD prep did not attempt to return this operation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's showing like this.
It says domain wide information has already been updated. So that is okay. You should be able to run the installer now.
From where should I run it, sir?
Directly click on the ISO and it will run the setup. Instead of right click, you did open a new window, right? So instead of doing that, you can directly click on the DVD and it will start the installer. Or in the root folder, there is a setup.exe. You see the bottom one?
Yes, this one, sir.
Yeah, the most bottom blue colored exe setup. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, it's almost 90% done now. Okay, it's finally rebooted. All right, we got a login prompt. All right, let's have a look at our Now it is showing us a message that try managing servers with the Windows Admin Center. Now let's see what happened to our C drive. See this folder, windows.old. The rest of the files are as it is. Let's see our domain is still intact. And let's have a look at this Windows Admin Center. Where is Windows Admin Center? I think it's a web-based browser, right? Let's see our system settings. And we have successfully upgraded in place to 2019 standard. Installed today. OS build is this. So we did that only. We directly put in the ISO of 2019 and installed. You mean a fresh install? No, but then fresh install would erase the data, right? We don't want our Active Directory to lose. So that's why I placed an in-place upgrade. But what Microsoft tells us to do is ideally you should add additional server as a 2019 server, right? Make it a member server first, join it to your domain, make that as a domain controller so that it replicates only the Active Directory database. So instead of upgrading the entire OS, what we discussed in our today's slides as well is that you should do an migration. So then it will only download replicate the Active Directory database, and the rest of the system, once that domain controller is up and running, once we have transferred all the operation master roles, then we can decommission our AD on 2016. So that would be a preferred upgrade path. Now let's try to configure our WSUS role. So it says restart pending. Let's log in. configuration required. I think it has become a downgrade instead of upgrade. At least it was running a little bit faster in 2016, I feel. All right, it successfully completed. I think at this rate, we need to provide at least 8 GB RAM to this machine now. All right. Things you should do before starting this visit. Configure your firewall to allow clients to access the server. Can this computer connect to upstream server as Microsoft update? And credentials for the proxy server. Now we need to give it access to the internet. So let's go ahead and change the adapter properties to bridged. So I can either synchronize from Microsoft server or I can synchronize from another WSUS server. I'm gonna shut this down and at least make this 8 GB. Did your install finish, Chirag? Chirag,
Yes, sir.
it finished?
No, sir. It's stuck on the enter product key, and there is no option for skipping it.
No, but you were doing in place upgrade, right? Just like we did right now.
Mm, This updating in 2019, right, sir? Windows.
Mm-hmm.
No, sir. I'm stuck on the previous step only.
Okay.
I don't know why it's asking product key.
Probably you might have selected a different edition.
Mm,
Can you check which edition have you installed for 2016?
mm, That setup file, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Not
While
setup,
installing, it
what
is
is
showing
the
product.
version installed? Go to your set about system properties and check which edition you have installed.
Yes, sir. Windows Server 2016 standard.
Then it should not ask you for a product key then,
I don't know why, sir. It's asking, and there is no option for skipping it.
because we just did the installation right now.
Yes, sir. While installing the setup, sir, like it's showing over here, download and install updates recommended, and below that, not right now. And after that, I want to help make the installation of Windows better privacy statement. So I have to click this one only, download, install, and updates, right?
Uh, just 1 second. Let me start this and then we can share, go back to your screen.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna let this synchronize and then shut down. All right, let's go back to your screen.
Yes, sir. Sir, is it visible?
Yeah. So click on not right now and click next.
Yes, sir. It's again asking for the product key.
Okay. Do one thing. Can you go ahead and download the latest ISO from the Microsoft site? Are you
Uh,
on your system or are you on the VM right now?
I'm sir on the VM.
Yeah, on VM, let's try to download that ISO.
In VM, sir.
Yeah. In cloud, it would be quicker, right?
Should I download it on DC01, right, sir?
Yeah. Or do one thing, don't download on DC01, download on your base OS.
Okay, sir.
We're gonna mount that into the DC mode.
Yeah.
So do it outside your VM.
Awesome.
I mean Hyper-V.
Sir,
Yes.
Bharat here, sir.
Yeah, tell.
I got a automated reply that the delivery is incomplete from mail. Automated reply that there was a temporary problem delivering your message to rohit.k at the techacademy.com.
Delivery failed.
Yes, sir. 1 second, I will show the mail. Like this, sir. Means should we once again send the mail or
No,
will they get notified?
Nawaz has it. So Nawaz
Sir?
will take care of it.
I sent the mail to both, sir. Sanjit, Nawaz, and
Yeah.
Rohit.
So Nawaz is the coordinator, I think.
Mhm.
So
Like you mentioned the two mails in the chat, sir. So to that mails that I have sent.
yeah, sure.
So should we send the mail once again, or should we wait, or should we what to do?
I mean, if you're gonna send the email again, it's not gonna help you, right? The mail is not getting delivered to this guy.
Mhm.
Then what is sending more emails is going to do? I've already spoken to him on chat, right? We have a
Okay.
WhatsApp group for the trainers and the vendor. I've already mentioned the issues there.
Uh,
So don't worry about it. I'll
okay,
follow
sir.
up on this.
Excuse me, sir. Yesterday mine was also working perfectly as I was shared the screen also. But today it works for the half hour maximum, then it's not working.
Yeah, I'm forwarding that feedback to the team, Keshav. Let's see.
Yeah.
So for now, let me share my screen and let you know what we have started. Okay. So if you see the lab on the screen right now, what we have done is we installed the WSUS role, right? We completed the wizard, and by default in options, we have selected the products, Microsoft products that we want to update, download the updates for. So you can either say all products, you can say Microsoft Corporation, you can say only AD. Right now, what we have selected is we have BizTalk server, Exchange server, the ISA server. Everything is unchecked except our Windows OS. So SQL Server is there, SCCM is there. And you can see now it is selected all Windows. That is Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 2000. Now, actually, we don't need to select Windows 2008, etc. But by default, it has selected all Windows editions from 8, 8.1, 10, and server 2003, 2008, 2012, and so on. So what we have done now is let me refresh. We have started synchronization. So you can see right now it is still running, right? It's gonna download all available updates for all Windows editions from 8 to Server 2003 and so on, right? And it's gonna dump that everything on the C drive where we put the folder there. So ideally it would be on some network share where you have enough storage, right? And once you download all the updates, basically it shows you a status report here, right? How many computers do I have in my organizations which are connected to WSUS? How many updates do I have that are released, say, this month? And then I can see a red, yellow, green status where updates are applied or installed, it will show green. Where updates are required, those computers will be shown in yellow. And if there are any failed updates, they will show up in red. Now it says to be able to view the updates, available updates, you need to first synchronize your server. So that's what we are doing right now. We are synchronizing. It's going to take several hours because you can imagine how much data is downloading right now. So probably we may may run out of storage on this one as well. We'll have to see. But then it should give us all the available updates for whatever products we have selected. Then what do? You add your computers here, and let's say for all Windows 10 laptops, right? I've created a group of all my laptops. For my client desktops, I've created another group called desktops. Then I would create a separate group for Windows servers. Now, out of that also, I will do a segregation on development systems, test systems, and production systems. We do rolling patches, right? We do not apply patches in directly production. So as per that, you will create computer groups, and then you will create a package. Whatever available packages or updates are available here, you can select out of which how many updates you want to install, right? And then create a package out of it. Then you assign that package to the computer group that you want to deploy it to, right? And then you create a deployment. Now what that deployment will do, it will try to send that package to respective machines. And once it has updated it, it will report back the status as green. Now for this to work, we also need to add respective entries on our group policy to point our servers or machines. Instead of downloading the updates from Microsoft website, we need to point this to this WSUS server. And from this server, it will fetch all the updates. Now we're gonna keep it synchronizing for now. And probably tomorrow we'll again have a look how many updates show up and then try to create a sample deployment. Okay. So that is overall function of the WSUS as such. We'll see more details when we actually see any updates here. Then we can probably add a machine, Windows 10 machine, and try to update that using our server. Okay. Now the only problem is even this VM environment, if I leave it idle, it automatically shuts down after probably an hour or so. So I'm thinking it's gonna not download everything from Microsoft, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, I think that's it for today.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I got the mail from Lokesh Nazare @iiht.com
Mm-hmm.
that they were asking to share my login details.
Yeah, you can send them. No problem.
Yeah, so should I share the login details to all four or to them only?
So whoever are IIHT or Tech Academy people, right? You can share
Yeah,
the login details with them.
Just a
okay, sir.
reply to that mail which you got.
You can do
Oh,
reply all. That shouldn't be any problem.
yeah, okay. Thank you,
Sir,
Bharat sir.
how it
Thank you,
works,
sir.
sir? I mailed them long ago. He made it just an hour ago.
Yeah, I know. But I
Means
told you,
like
right? They
uh,
even
no,
they have a lot of people complaining, right? So
no sir. Like means
probably
I'm not saying that should I send again or like that. This I'm asking.
I agree with you guys. If you feel that you're frustrated, you can always send out another email, right? I'm not stopping you from doing it. Okay, first of all. So it's up to you. If you want to send another email or probably try to give them a call if you have anybody's number there, I would welcome you to it. I mean, I have no issues with it. Even I am complaining to these guys for the lab setups, right? So uh, whether it's you or me, it's the same story basically.
Okay, so just I got a doubt that should we whether the my mail has delivered to them or not. That's it. Okay, sir. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, sir, because yesterday I have done the NLB, half of it, but because of lack of timing we are getting and the access got removed, I was in between of NLB also, and I was not able to start failover cluster also.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And a lot of things,
Excuse me,
file
sir.
sharing and other things also we
Yes,
are.
who was that?
Sir, the Bharat, what he was getting error, no? Even I'm getting the same error. I mailed them. They told there is a error in your system itself. They sent the mail like that for me.
Probably what you can try to do is if you have another machine, right? Just try to log in from there and see if you're able to do it. That way you can tell
For
them.
me, it was resolved. I see some YouTube videos and I resolved that.
Okay,
Sir,
good.
we shared each other's credentials and also checked, sir. My credentials
So
given to someone other else and someone given their credentials to my and checked both the computers no working.
yeah. But then that's why I was asking you guys to at least dedicate whatever half day we had to try to do labs, but no one wanted to do it, right? What can I say? Yep.
Sir, I think the codings are fixed. The second half of today is showing properly.
It is showing in the portal.
So like on the chat window of our Teams, it is showing properly as it's shown previously.
Sir, it's showing on the portal, sir. Last 240 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. For today's recording, it's showing up in portal. All right. I think we can conclude for now. And you want to send the same drive address here. And we'll resume with our agenda tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
When we were customizing the images. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.